Talangama and Avarihena Vaver are environmentally protected area and gazetted also such. It's also internationally recognized under the Ramsar Convention, and therefore we need to preserve such very unique, rare resources of our country for the sake of the future generations. The wetlands play a huge multiplicity of roles, such as flood control, oxygen production, carbon absorption, biodiversity conservation. It also allows for farming and food production. So therefore, harming these would be forever. We must avoid this at all costs. Then we need to prevent rather than mitigate. And there is no way that even with all the care that you build these elevated highways, that it will not damage the environment. The emissions, the noise pollution, the vibrations, it affects thousands of people living on either side of the wetlands, plus thousands of species that are there. We got to protect that species life as well as the human life, because it purifies the air, purifies the water. So these are extremely important riches of our motherland that must be protected for the future generations.
Hi, so we're here today to stand up for the wetlands and make sure that they're not taken advantage of for the building of highways or byways. This is a place of natural beauty and a place of cultural heritage. We've lived here for 9 years. It's always been well taken care of and harbored nature and a place for people to just be. So we hope that it can be preserved.
So we are standing here today in front of the Thalangama Environmental Protection Area. The Thalangama Environmental Protection Area is actually a protected area under the Central Environmental Authority of Sri Lanka, and it also falls under the international designation of Colombo's Ramsar listed wetland cities of international importance. This is the first city in southern Asia to be given Ramsar listed wetland status. Now the importance of this wetland, as you can see behind us, is that this wetland comprises a multitude of ecosystems and associated biodiversity. The avian fauna here numbers almost to 100 different species that have been observed here. There's amphibian, reptilian and insectivoid fauna, all of different times, and these actually represent some of the last remaining wetlands within the Colombo metropolitan area. There are others such as Bellanvilattidia, Sri Jayawarthana Purakotte, Kolanna and others, but this is one of the most important ones. And it's such a shame that a road has been proposed to cut through this environmental protection area, because the carbon sink, ecosystem services and general biodiversity of this area is of critical importance, ensuring that Colombo remains cool, it remains a city that showcases ecological diversity and doesn't compromise on its Ramsar listed wetland status. And as we've seen today with the community response has been fantastic. There were over 400 people here today who came in support of the Thalangama Environmental Protection Area. So if I was to say one thing for today, it would be to urge everybody who has come out today to support this, please keep giving your support. Write to the Central Environmental Authority, write to the Ministry of Environment. The current Cabinet Minister for the Ministry of Environment is Mahinda Amarveera. Write to him. Show your support for the Thalangama Environmental Protection Area and show that Colombo will still have biodiversity and ecosystems like this for generations to come. Thank
I'm a resident in this area and we do organic agriculture. So when we heard about this impending elevated highway, we were actually heartbroken. This is such a beautiful historical place. I mean, it goes back to King Parakramabahu VI. Apparently his elephants came to bathe in this tank, and there are acres and acres of paddy land going almost up to Battaramulla. And the number of like the monkeys, the birds, it's amazing the fauna and flora that you find here. And we feel so sad that they even thought of, doing an elevated highway in a place like this. We have to protect this for our future generations. It's not for us only. That's why we are fighting. Thank you.
We bought a property in this area 30 years ago, and we have lived in this area for most of the time, and we are very keen that the environment and the people's possessions are safeguarded, as well as the natural beauty of the Sri Lanka and the wetlands and the the flora, everything that around this place is protected. And we will feel that the government will take due care and support the people to protect this area and make alternate arrangements for this road.